Hi Pisces, welcome to your June 2022 Tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Pisces, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your before we get into that, should I say, Mindset Magic, my new course on manifesting anything you want into your own life. If you love my chakra meditations, you are going to love this course because that is a key component of it. As if that wasn't enough, there's going to be lots of other bits and bobs part of it as well. But you will have community calls every quarter with me where we will be doing energy work. All sorts of other weird and wonderful goodies as well will be part of those calls. And as if that wasn't enough, you will also gain access to the Radiant Reality Course Alums Facebook group, which you only have access to if you've taken one of my courses or if you are taking one of my courses in future. So thank you so much for allowing me to share this with you. Obviously, this is my business. This is how I do sales. So thank you so much. And you guys know I pretty much show up for you every week, every month, and I very rarely sell you anything. So yeah, I have to get the word out there somewhere. All right. So for your actions and interactions with the world at large, you've got the Eight of Swords. Don't limit yourself. Like this month, Pisces, don't limit yourself to anything. The fact that you have that Eight of Swords, you may find that something feels restrictive. This may be, I actually feel like this will be something to do with your work or your job. And the reason being is because obviously on the 14th of June, you're going to have a full moon in your sign of, in the sign of Sagittarius, but for you that's the 10th house. So there's definitely something about the job, the work or the career that feels a little bit stifling this month. And that Eight of Swords is kind of saying, where are your efforts going to, where is it like you're, trying to blow against a hurricane? This is really, I want to say to you, like, read the room when it comes to your professional sphere so that you get a clearer understanding of how things are either going for you or going against you. The other thing with that Eight of Swords as well, there may be a move that you're trying or wanting to make, and it might feel like it either needs to be done by committee or you're not quite able to express fully yourself, so you start looking for other options or other avenues. For your communications and conversations, you have the King of Wands, usually a fire sign male, Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. I will say this could be a boss. This could be also where you're getting an opportunity to shine. If you get asked to give your opinion or your input on something, this is, I know Pisces has so many ideas, so many creative magic pieces to their puzzle. And sometimes, like a lot of the time, you guys will stay silent on things. And it's like, oh, I don't want to put myself forward, or like, this is the month. Like if you are invited to speak on something or to give your input, you give everything that you've got. You open up your arsenal and you let rip. And the reason I say that is because your ideas this month these could make all of the difference. And if people see you in this way, you might be able to break out of a certain mold or a certain sort of experience that you're having. But it's like, in order to do that, you're having to give a whole lot of value up front. So that King of Wands as well, it could be a fire sign male, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that comes into your life that wants to help, play a support. Maybe they're pushing you to get the most out of you or to get the best out of you. It could be that you're working with someone on a project that seems to take quite a while. Either which way, I'm going to say this: if there is something to do with work, consider that this is a long-term project, okay? For your heart and hearth, you got the Two of Pentacles. Decisions being made in the love life this month. So for those of you that are single, This could be really somebody showing interest in you, that King of Wands, you know, however you date. This could be that someone shows an interest in you, but you're not sure. That is, for those of you that are single, you're kind of looking at it, it's like, yeah, you're nice, but, and you know, it could be good, but at the same time, like, you're really undecided about this. And that Two of Pentacles suggests that maybe you're so focused on the work and the career that you actually fail to realize that somebody is actually super interested in you. So try to broaden your scope a little, because it looks like the career is taking up a whole lot of your time, effort and energy right now. For those of you that are partnered, married or in long-term commitments, I mean, your partner could be kind of like, it's rare for Pisces to be the one that's the stick in the mud, but your partner could be kind of like saying to you this month, like, you know, you're a little bit, you know, what's wrong with you? Come into the present, like, be present. Like, why are we not having fun? If they say that to you, it's probably because you are in a lot of deep thought, or it's kind of like, you know, that like all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, as the saying goes. Too much focus on the material realm kind of looks like the problem, and I think your partner's going to call you on it this month. For your money and materials, you've got the Five of Cups. This is interesting to me because you've got this and you've got that Eight of Swords. Some of you, I think the loss may be that you decide to walk away from a job. For others, this could be that you are, the Five of Cups is loss of money. So this could literally be like an item that you have, something that you own breaks down, needs to be replaced, and it might be a sort of bigger financial hit than you need right now, or that you care to take. There's a sense here that it kind of hits and you're like, oh, okay, you know, this is happening now. Your partner looks like they're playing a really powerful supporting role. If you are single, don't fret about that. And it kind of, I will say as well, with that King of Wands in the communication sector, this is a reminder that actually you're not on your own with this. Like, you've got support around you if you open up your eyes and look for it. For your weeks of the month, let's see what the breakdown is. You have, for the first week of the month, you've got the Judgment card. So this is going to see a lot of you Pisces people sort of kicking back against the restrictions this month. So I feel like this first week of the month, you may run into something with the work, with the job, maybe with a colleague, maybe with a boss. Like, there's something that happens that sees you kind of say, no, I'm not having this experience. I love it when Pisces kicks back. I love it when Pisces, like, when they get their, you know, they get their fire on, they're like, no. And usually it's a shock to a lot of people, because you guys are like, oh, okay, well, you know, I guess this is how it's going now. But every so often you take like a really solid stand. And I think this is you doing that. And with that Judgment card, you taking that stand, really, it builds, not only builds momentum, but you taking that stand this month is gonna, that will be what implements or initiates the change for you in that sphere. For your second week of the month, you've got the Chariot card. Don't be afraid to launch into it. If you get given the floor, if you get given, you know, a moment to offer your opinion, to offer your understanding or your technique, your expertise in some way, give it. Like, this is that time where you can charge in. This is that time where the Chariot card is saying, you know what, you want that victory and success, you got to show up. And this month it looks like you are. I feel for some of you as well, that could be a reconnection to somebody in your local area. So maybe that's somebody for, you know, that you're dating, who knows. For your third week of the month, you've got the Empress card, and you have this underneath the Two of Pentacles. So there is talks about the money. There are things going on in the finances here for partners, relationships, etc. This could even be on a familial level as well. Maybe you're having a conversation around money and resources with potentially a mother figure, or an important woman in your life. For those of you that are single, if you are meeting somebody, I've got to say, this is very likely that they are in your local area. And the weird thing is, with that Judgment card here, I wonder if this is somebody that you have either come close to dating before, or, you know, maybe like you've always flirted with each other, but you never actually got round to it. This could be that. The Empress card is juicy. All right, so this is going to be somebody that's either easy on the eyes for you, or to you, should I say, or somebody that definitely gets your blood running. For your 4th week of the month, you have the Temperance card. So the 5 of Cups is the 5. The Temperance card is 14. 1 and 4 gives you 5. 2 5s is a vigil. You're having to really look at the resources this month. And I feel like this is because some of you may end up, by the time we get to the end of the month, some of you may be in between jobs. Maybe for some of you, this is because of something that you decide to initiate. So it's a choice. It's not like a, it's not like your boss comes to you and says, oh, by the way, you're fired. This is maybe you saying, you know what, I can't do this anymore, or I won't. So it'll be interesting to see how that shows up. So your moons, the moons are out of sequence slightly just because we had 3 moons in May. But your full moon in the sign of Sagittarius, which is a sign that is a sibling sign to you because you're both ruled by Jupiter, is on the 14th of June. And your message for that is the gate 48 and depth. This is about discovering or sharing with the world your hidden resources, your hidden depth, your hidden magic, the ideas that you've got, the things that you never speak out into the day. And that full moon for you is happening in your 10th house. This is putting a spotlight on the brightest, or sort of certainly the most public area of your chart, which means you are being highlighted. The spotlight is on you. So this is your time to shine. Don't waste it. For your new moon in the sign of Cancer on the 29th of June, this is in your 5th house of love and romance and connections. And I really feel like there's romance in here for you guys. And for this, you have the gate 26 and greater good. So for those of you, specifically for those of you that work for yourselves, that greater good card, when it comes to your 5th house, this could be a new creative project that you're doing, but you're working on it with several people. It's not something that you're doing on your own. It's something that you're maybe roping in, maybe even cashing in a favor or two around this, which could be really nice. If you have children, because the 5th house new moon is children. For some of you, this could be pregnancy news, baby news, possibly. For others, because it's a new moon in the 5th, this could be literally a new romance that comes into your life. But like I said, although it's a new romance, I don't feel that this is somebody completely new to you. I feel like it's somebody that you may have already dated, may have potentially already dated, or, you know, you always came close to it, but you never got round to it. And then for the other thing, in terms of like 5th house, it's a very lucky house and it's very speculative in a lot of ways. So this is probably a really good time for you to, because the greater good, the message behind that card is, if I do this for you, because this is what you need, this is what I need, let's do something that's mutually beneficial where we both win. So I like this for you a lot. With that said, Mindset Magic, the 7th of June, lots of fun. I'm going live the day before, so that if you've got any questions about the course, you can get those answered. And I really look forward to it. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Thank you for letting me share the course and, you know, offer you my sales pitch, etc. Take care, and I'll see you soon.